Now we're going to bring everything together and talk about how to keep your business in business. So for week 1, we talked about all the different ways to build the foundation and to do your research, right? We talked about market research, financial planning. In week 2, was the admin week, really. So this is when you're applying for licenses and getting your, bank account. In week 3, we discussed all the tactics that you need to promote your business, about marketing and sales and advertising. And now in week 4, we're going to talk about staying in business. What I've done for this, week specifically in this phase of the process is I've taken all of the things that I've used from my master's degree in business and my doctorate degree in business, and I asked myself, out of all of the things that I learned, what am I actually using as a business owner? Because MBA programs and DBA programs are designed to help you work for somebody else. And so what I've done is I've taken all those things out and I've created this phase. And this is a sustainability phase. So we're going to talk about ways for you to stay in the game, how to continue to be a business owner, how to continue to make your business successful. Running a business can be challenging, and many entrepreneurs struggle to keep their businesses afloat. So in this lesson, we're going to discuss the strategies for staying in business and achieving long-term success, and whatever that means for you. Whether your end goal is to sell your business and retire early, or whether your goal is to stay in business because you love what you do, so much so that you want to continue to do it. The very first recommendation I'm going to make, and one of the most important things you can do to stay in business, is to keep your finances in order. This means maintaining accurate and up-to-date financial records, monitoring cash flow, and avoiding debt whenever possible. Not all debt is bad debt. Debt under the business is fine. More specifically, your debt, and if you have a manageable debt. So if you have money taken out and you can afford the payments for your company, then you're still good, but you want to make sure that you're avoiding too much debt. It's also important to create a budget and stick to it and have a plan for handling unexpected expenses and revenue shortfalls. We talked about this in week 1 with your financial plan, and to have that 10 to 15% buffer at all times. Now, to stay in business, you need to stay competitive in your industry. I gave some examples about this in week 1, about the Kodaks and the Blockbusters. But what this means is staying up to date on industry trends, understanding your competitors' strengths and weaknesses, and finding ways to differentiate your business from others in the marketplace. You should also focus on providing excellent customer service, building a loyal customer base, and delivering high-quality products or services. Again, you want to make sure you're providing as much value as you can. Another key to staying in business is going to be embracing innovation. This means, being open to new ideas and technologies and finding ways to adapt to change in the market conditions. You should always be looking for ways to improve your business processes, products, and services, and you should be willing to take calculated risks when appropriate. Finding the fine line between too high of a risk and too low of a risk is really up to you. You are the expert of your business, right? You're the subject matter expert, so you just have to be careful with how you do things. Next is going to be building a strong team, which is critical to the success of any business. You need to hire talented and dedicated employees who share your vision and are committed to helping you achieve your goals. It's also important to invest in training and development for your team and to provide positive and supportive work, a supportive work environment that encourages growth and innovation. Overall, if you invest in your employees, they will invest in you and your company. Help them see your vision and help them want your company to succeed as much as you do. Last is going to be focusing on customer retention. So to stay in business, you need to focus on customer retention. This means going above and beyond to provide excellent customer service, building strong relationship with your customers, and finding ways to keep them coming back. I talked about this when we talked about marketing and sales. It is going to be a lot easier for you to sell your products to someone who has already purchased your product. So if you develop a new product, and have a product launch, someone who's already purchased your product is going to be trusting you because they loved your first product. They will continue to come back. You should also encourage customer feedback and use it to improve your products and services. So if you have someone who is a loyal customer, ask them what they think, ask them for their feedback, send out surveys, and really get an idea of how your product is helping to solve a problem. Now, for the rest of week 4, like I already discussed, we're going to go through some of the key items that I feel are necessary for success in a business. And these are the things that I do when a business calls me and says, hey, we lost $30 million last year, help us. These are the tactics that I use to save their business and to keep them in business. And I do this by creating policies and whatnot. And I've taken the best of the best and all of the tactics that can save big businesses and small businesses, and I've provided them into one phase or week 4. So we're going to talk about tracking expenses, profit and loss statements, business taxes, trademarks, patents, and copyrights, and really bring all of these last little pieces together to help you succeed.